Hi, everyone. I'm James Garbutt.
And I'm Denny Dumas.
And this is the Garbutt Dumas Real Estate Podcast.
Carl, the industry is an absolute mess right now. And I'm trying to think of a better word than mess, but mess is the right word.
Chaos?
Chaotic is a good one. I want to say, I want to context it that it's a good mess. It's a busy mess. September was one of the busiest months we've ever seen. And for our team specifically, the busiest month since 2017 in 3 years. What I mean by a mess is that everything is really, really busy right now. Monica on our team the other day, she had a home inspection on short notice, I think 2 or 3 days, which a year ago, that was quite a bit of notice. But in 2020, that is very short notice. And she called 14 home inspectors to try to find someone to do a home inspection.
Oh. Well, our good friend David Brighton, he gave us a ridiculous number of home inspections that he, in the week that he did a home inspection for us the other week, it was on a Sunday and he had 3. And he said he had 3 inspections every single day that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least, and some days more. So, yeah, good ones are insanely busy.
It's crazy. And that's kind of across the board. The realtors are very busy. Mortgage brokers and banks are really busy. Trying to get lending right now is a slower process than normal. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's more important right now to be on it.
Yeah.
And that means scheduling early, getting your finances in order early. Don't wait for that accepted offer to get your bank that final pay stub.
Yeah.
Get everything they need and let them know as soon as you have an accepted offer and try to get that appraisal in quick. And when it comes to inspections, clearly call them before you even offer. Book them in a week ahead without even having a place to have them inspect. I don't know. I'm joking there, but I do feel it will quiet. We have this was a record September that we've came off, and August was insanely busy too. I'm sure it's not going to be hard to get a home inspector in December, but we'll see.
And this goes all the way down the board in our industry. Talking about the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board, there's been multiple cases in the last couple of weeks where we've had properties that have sold firm, documents are into our office, they're over to the real estate board, and it's taking 2, 3, 4 weeks in some cases for them to post as sold. So it's frustrating as a buyer, I think, right now, when you're doing research, looking at what's available, having your agent reach out to a bunch of agents, and 9 out of 10 of those places are sold. They just haven't been posted as sold.
So, yeah, you nailed it.
It's frustrating.
There's a lot of dated stuff online. Just paperwork's not getting processed.
Yeah.
And that means, so the sales aren't coming off when they're selling as quickly as they would before, and the listings aren't coming up as quickly as they'd like to. The positive was we're seeing so many listings for this time of year, so it's nice to watch them as they trickle in through the week.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of understanding in a sense that months ago, it was very quiet in a weird pandemic, and probably brokerages and the real estate board had a lot of their staff work from home or just stop working, maybe.
Yeah.
And then now they came into record busy months. So when you look at probably the activity in March versus September, that's hard to staff for. So I understand some of that headache.
Yeah.
But I think that when a September is this busy, that's a sign that next year is going to be busy. And my guess is get ready to staff up for this chaos, because this chaos may not slow down anytime soon.
I honestly don't think so. We're getting a lot of questions about that stuff, and I had, funny enough,
Trends is the next podcast though, Denny?
all I'm going to say is filter what you read in the media, understand where that source is coming from and what is their agenda. I had a client message me September 26th, I think, saying, hey, I just read this article saying that sales are down and market values are going down this month. And I said, are you sure this was a 2020 article? Because for us, it was the busiest month we've seen, like I said, since 2017. Industry-wide, it was one of the busiest months on record. And so I have no idea where or what news source got this, where they got these stats. But
they need a title. They need an eye-catching header. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
So yeah, talking about sales lingering, listings lingering, home inspectors being backed up, being proactive with your finances. I mean, just overall, it's if you're serious about, well, not, I mean, everyone's serious about buying when they're buying or serious about selling when they're selling. But I think overall right now, it's a time where you need to have confidence with the professionals that you're working with.
Yeah.
So that goes across the board. Like if you are working with a professional, say a realtor, and you're a buyer and you don't have faith in the advice that you're given, or it's not the time to be working with someone that isn't used to the way the market is going right now. And just the conversation, like I'm running into multiple offers. When you're on the buy side of a multiple offer situation, the conversations you have as the buyer's agent to that listing agent are crucial. When you're on the selling side, you don't want to leave any money on the table for your clients. So those conversations are important. Certain products are moving well, so that you need to anticipate for bidding wars, and certain products are flops, so or quiet. So you can't be greedy. And if we're in a city where some stuff is insanely hot and some stuff is a bit cold, and if you don't recognize that or you don't adapt to that, you might have a sour experience, and you might be riding it out till 2021. Which if you're a seller, I think might lead to a higher price, but if you're a buyer, might lead to, unfortunately, a higher price.
Same on the mortgage side of the industry is just working with a pro who has been through a busy market before and understands the urgency.
Oh, yeah.
When you're writing on a property that has multiple offers and you're writing a 2-week subject removal, it's just never going to happen. And like, there's been numerous times in the last month where we've been explaining this to other buyer's agents saying, we have to shorten that window of subject removal. Otherwise, the other offers are way stronger. We have a 3-day subject removal versus your 14-day subject removal. And their comment is, that's what the mortgage broker asked for.
Yeah, we should be clear. Account managers, non-mortgage specialists that don't purely work with real estate transactions want 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They want 2 weeks for financing. It's unrealistic to get 2 weeks in this kind of market. You're going to lose out. Your offer's not going to be as competitive if you're going after desirable properties. A mortgage specialist that recognizes the urgency and can sometimes turn around in 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And those are the ones you want to work with, the ones that have the ability to turn around quick. But maybe 2-3 days, it might be 4 or 5 days now, but either way, it's much quicker.
Work with a pro.
Work with the pro.